So, going around Loudwire's website as I do and their YouTube channel, I find, quite a lot of things. And one of the things I found was this article. It's fairly older, but I, figure I cover this band a lot on this channel. So, why not react to this list? And I'm talking about Loudwire ranking every single Paramore song from worst to best, all 84 from worst to best. This should be interesting. So, without further ado, let's just get it started. So first up, at 84, we have My Number One, which is a B-side bootleg. I don't know much about this. It looks like it was a B-side off of Riot, looking at the cover. But other than that, I don't really think I've ever heard anything. It says it's a cheesy skater pop built on the courses of O's. So I guess it was something that was never good, but it's not one that I've heard, so I can't really say otherwise. Next at 83, we have Hate to See Your Heart Break off of the self-titled. Even though I like the self-titled, yeah, this one isn't one of my favorites either. I mean, for one of their more softer songs, I felt like, although it had the, it had the feeling of what it was trying to get across, it just didn't, I don't know, it just never made one of my favorites lists. It's not one of my favorites either. I'd probably rank it low as well. 82, another B-side bootleg, Breathe Until Tomorrow. Once again, don't know about that, but it says, oh boy, this piano-driven ballad screams over dramatic. This forgotten anthem of emo is the kind of song you'd make your profile song to let everyone know how sad you were. So, I don't know. So we'll just kind of skip through it. Another one off the B-sides, I don't know, Temporary. So once again, we're just going to kind of skip through it. Then we have at number 80 the self-titled. This is the interlude. This is the I'm Not Angry interlude, which is actually not a bad one. It's one of my more favorite interludes off of the self-titled. I think there's 3 of them, and this one might be my second favorite interlude of them. So, I mean, we're probably, obviously we're going to see this album on here a lot because there's 17 tracks to it, but I'm not surprised that the interludes are low since they're songs, but they're more to just kind of split that album into parts. So, yeah, I can see why they're this low. Next at 79, we have the B-side Swim in Silence bootleg. Don't know much about it, so we're just going to skip through to 78, which, is just like me, a B-side bootleg, which I've never heard before, although it says it sounds like it was ripped off of a best of 90s compilation as it mashes up trip-hop inspired beats with a melody that sounds like Love Child of Soundgarden and Deftones. Sounds interesting. I'm gonna have to look into that one when I get the chance. Actually, hold on a sec. Just so I don't forget, I'm going to type it into YouTube so I can listen to it later. Anyway. Let's keep going. 77, the self-titled. Okay, this is the first one I really don't agree with. One of Those Crazy Girls comes in at 77. Come on, this is one of the more underrated songs off of that entire album. I might be a little biased here, considering this was the first Paramore album I listened to in its entirety, but it's got its moments. It might be repetitive, but I mean, I feel like it's just, it's fine. It's fine. So, 76, not really loving the self-titled with Future. How do you not like Future? That's just, it's a great finish to a track. I mean, I get it says it sounds muffled and makes you jump out of your seat, but, I don't think it had to be over 8 minutes long. I feel like when the drums faded out the first time, that was a good place to end it, but it kept going. But, I mean, it does its job for closing a track because it finishes off and it just makes you go, wow, that was intense. So, I think this should be higher than 76. 75, we have Rewind, the B-side bootleg, don't know, so we're going to skip one of their 2 tracks off of the Twilight soundtrack, and this is the least popular of the 2, I Caught Myself. I don't know why they did 2 songs on the Twilight album. I guess they were asked to. This one wasn't the main one though, so you know. But I've heard it before. It's pretty decent, but it's not one that like I remember all that well. You know, when I go back and listen to it, I'm like, oh yeah, there was this. So with its placement, I can kind of agree where it is. I'd probably have it a little bit higher, but hey, whatever. 73, the self-titled again. Okay, Interlude Holiday. I don't really like Holiday that much. I mean, it's fine again, but I think out of the interludes, this one was my least favorite interlude. So yeah, we'll just leave it at that. At 72, Whoa! And I'm not saying that. That's the song title. How is Whoa this low? It's one of my favorites off of All We Know Is Falling, at least from the non-single standpoint for that album. I mean, yeah, I do agree. All We Know Is Falling is an album full of strong tracks, but this one is I think just one that is just quirky and underrated. That's how I feel about it when I listen. 71, Stay Away, B-side bootlegs. I have no clue. I'm gonna have to check out the B-side bootlegs. If they had a lot, it seems like they had a lot of shit on this B-side bootleg. So we'll have to check that out sometime. At number 70, Jesus, it is the self-titled again with Part 2. Part 2, To Let the Flames Begin. I love this thing. Come on, Loudwire. How do you not like it? It's so intense. It starts off so, and then you get the heart-pounding chorus and the drums at the end. They're fantastic. It's a fantastic song. At 70 though, this would make my top 20. I mean, come on. It's that good to me. It really is. At 69, we have Here We Go Again. Yeah, I mean, I can kind of think about it in my head, but I don't really know much about the song in that case. So, but the fact that it's ahead of like Future and Part 2, that's a little buggy there, I think, in my opinion. This one is kind of... I've heard this song, but I forgot about this one. Oh Star, off of the Summer Tick EP from 2006. Yeah, I mean, it says the repetitive chorus detracts from the song Killer Momentum, which I agree. Once again, it's not one that I remember so well, but I do remember it, and now seeing it on this list, I'm like, oh yeah, right, that song. So, yeah, I mean, this was before they became popular, so, right before that time, so who knows. But, once again, B-side bootlegs, throwing punches at 67. At this point, the band sounds like a parody of itself. I can see the appeal lyrically, but sonically it has little going on. For that is all remarkable. So apparently I didn't like this song that much, but it seems to be one of the better ones off of that B-side bootleg album, whatever you want to call it. I don't know about this one, so I can't give you my 2 cents. With the self-titled again, Interlude, Moving On. Okay, this is my favorite of the interludes. I don't know why. And it does... I've said this before. It says, in terms of folky one-offs, this is a one up there with Panic at the Disco's I Have Friends in Holy Spaces. I said that before. I said Panic at the Disco, pretty odd. I Have Friends in Holy Spaces. I think Paramore might have got inspired from, even though other bands and artists, that Panic at the Disco song in particular to do these as their interludes. But yeah, it is the best of the 3 interludes. I can agree with that. At 66, I'd put it there. Maybe. I don't know if it'd be ahead of other great songs, but, it's decent. Finally, something off of Brand New Eyes, Looking Up. Yeah, I mean, most of Brand New Eyes' second half, I believe, is underrated, but a lot of it's just okay, to say the least. So, I think that this is pretty much in the right place, or it's not terrible, but it's not great, and it doesn't warrant being in, like, the top 50 or anything, so... Yeah, I can agree with where this is placed in our first entry off of Brand New Eyes. 64, Never Let This Go off of All We Know Is Falling. Okay, this is one I'm drawing a blank on. I really got to go back and listen to All We Know Is Falling again, because I haven't listened to that thing in full in like 3 years. So, yeah, I might have to listen to it more. I thought I had known plenty about it, but apparently not. 63, the Summer Tick EP again, This Circle, have no clue. 62, Monster, off of the Transformers Dark of the Moon soundtrack. This was like their first song as a trio after the Farrell brothers left, and I'm kind of surprised it's this slow, because I felt like with the more grungier sound, Loudwire would maybe like that more, but apparently not so much. Our first entry of After Laughter, and It's No Friend. Yeah, okay, I mean, sure. It's more of the, I think the instrumentals are great, and then you get the talk singing by Aaron Weiss of Me Without You. I think it's the only song ever they have made where Hayley Williams does not take vocals at all. So, yeah, I'm not surprised by this entry. I wouldn't be surprised if After Laughter was... A lot of stuff on After Laughter on this list was mainly low. I would be surprised if there was anything that cranked the top 20. Number 60, we have for Pessimist, I'm Pretty Optimistic off of Riot. Oh, nope. I love this thing. I don't know how you can explain it more. I mean, it says it right here. This is how you open an album, with a slap to the face that immediately pulls you into the work. I don't see how they think it seems immensely messy. I think it's fine, and it's a perfect kickoff to a decent album. So I gotta argue with this one. It is definitely better than 60. Then 59, I have heard this one on the B-side bootlegs, Decoy. Yeah, yeah, pretty much about where it should be. I don't think it's, I think it's fine where it is. That's all I really gotta say. It's not fantastic, but it's not great, and I don't really remember it that much, but when people mention, like, oh yeah, I do remember that song. So number 58 off of Ride Again. Ooh, another one that I love to death, Fences. This is so underrated. I love it, and it even says it's got like a ska tinge to it in the chorus. So it's yeah, once again, personally, I would have this in my top 20, maybe my top 10. It is definitely a banger that goes unnoticed, in my opinion. At 57, again, the bootlegs, the B-side bootlegs. 57, Hello, Hello. No opinion, because I haven't heard the song. So yeah, you don't go typing in the comments too saying, well, if you're really a Paramore fan, you hear the B-sides. I don't have time to listen to everything they've put out ever, so... this is just showing me that there is more than just the albums to listen to, which I knew that, but, it'll make me go and look at more. Then at 56, we have the self-titled Be Alone. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I could keep it. I'd put it here too. It's good, again, but, not maybe one of my favorites where I would say I would intentionally listen to. Like, if I was listening through this album in its entirety again, I wouldn't skip it. I definitely wouldn't skip it, but it wouldn't be one where I'm like, oh, I gotta listen to this really quick. No, not really, but I know there's better. So, first one off of the Singles Club EP, In the Morning. Okay, sure. This is one of their more folkier tracks. They get compared to Fleetwood Mac often from this one. Yeah, it's an okay song. So there you go. Then off of Riot Again, we have Stop This Song, Lovesick Melody. This wasn't on the album. I think that was on the deluxe edition. Maybe that's why they're saying, oh, it was on Riot. I think it was on one of the deluxe editions. But yeah, I've heard this too. It's actually a pretty banging song, to say the least, as well. Like I said, I think it was on the deluxe edition, so I don't have a personal copy of it. But yeah, I see where they're coming from. 54 though, maybe a little bit higher, maybe in my top 40. It's definitely one of their older songs that maybe could have made the album Riot on the regular edition, but I don't know. Then at 53 we have Grow Up. Yeah, I mean, sure, okay, it's good. I don't know if I'd put it at 53. I'd probably put it just a little bit higher. But it definitely has some intensity, and it's a great Hayley Williams vocal performance as well. 52, All We Know Is Falling. Ooh, All We Know. Not really showing love to the lead-off tracks, are they? This is probably my favorite off of the album, the technical title track. So, yeah, I think... this one should definitely be maybe at 25, 26-ish, around that range, if you know what I'm saying. Then at 51, we have Feeling Sorry from Brand New Eyes. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's where I'd put it. It's good, once again, it's good, but, you know, not one where I'm like, oh, I gotta listen to it real quick, no. Then at 50, we have the self-titled again, and Now is at 50? Are you kidding me? Now is at 50. This is, like, right in the top 20, like 16 or 17, like, it is, oh my goodness. This has me disappointed already. They are, like, bashing the self-titled to death. There have been a lot of self-titled already. Like I said, I get their 17 songs, plus, like, 20 more that they add from their deluxe editions, but how is this song only 50? This one is fine. It's probably better than some of the ones you're going to have ahead of it. The 49, the self-titled again. Okay, Daydreaming. I wouldn't rank Daydreaming over Now. I feel like you can have Daydreaming here, but you would have to move Now up. Like I said, Daydreaming by far is not great or horrible, but not really one of my favorites. 48. Ooh, Born for This off of Riot. Another one that comes right after Fences that finishes off the album that just makes you go, wow, this was a good listen. They could have easily, you know, did the whole, like, oh, we're going to finish off mellow and just kind of soothe your way out of this album. But no, they hit it hard with kind of like an anthem that they barely played. But I love this thing. 48, I don't know if it's, I think I might put it there, but it was just because I like so many of their songs, it'd be hard to place this, but I definitely think it might be better than 48. So, then we have the Singles Club EP with Renegade. Okay, yeah, once again, I mean, yeah, it's probably where it should be. It's not fantastic, but it's not horrible, to say the least. This was when they did get a little bit more poppy with their sound, so, yeah, you know, I'd leave it there, too. 46, we have Brighter from All We Know Is Falling. Jesus Christ, I'm losing it. I don't remember that song either. I really gotta go back. I'm gonna listen to the self-titled, or not the self-titled, I'm gonna listen to the debut album after this video, just because I feel like I have to. I owe it some gratitude. 45, the self-titled, oh, this is off of the deluxe edition, which is Tell Me It's Okay, and it is, yeah, more of a punk-leaning entry, that's what I was gonna say. So, yeah, I feel like, okay, first one off of the deluxe edition for the self-titled that, you know, probably once again placed where it is, but, you know, it's still good. Then we have Brand New Eyes coming in at 44 and Where the Lines Overlap. Ooh, another underrated one that would probably be ranked higher on my list. I just feel like it's out of an album that's full of, like, sad songs, this song is happy-go-lucky, as it says. This track is the musical equivalent of a victory lap. So, yeah, I can deal with that. At 43, we have My Heart. Out of all the songs I thought Loudwire was going to like, I could have sworn this one would be there. This is the only Paramore song, at least that I know of, that features the screaming at the end with Josh Farro, and Hayley Williams' vocals are just, oh my goodness, it is one of her just best vocal performances, and at like 15 or 16 at that. She was amazing. This song at 43 is ridiculous. This is definitely in my top 10. Definitely. This is one off of the debut album I do remember because I always go back and listen to it when I have the chance to. Then at 42 we have We Are Broken off of Riot. Yeah, this is the more kind of, sounds more like Avril Lavigne-ish than type. I wouldn't rate it 42, but yeah, it's not one of my favorites off of Riot either. So now, once again, going back to the self-titled, I'm kind of upset after looking at it. Proof. Once again, I love this song. Guitar-driven track. It's got a great guitar. And just the explosive chorus. Come on, show some love to the self-titled. For God's sake, you can't have these great songs ranked low. I mean, come on. At 40, we have Playing God this low? Really? Really? Wow, okay. I get that once again it's one of their more popular songs, but I mean, hey, it's a song about telling someone off who's, you know, hypocritical, you know, who's saying you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that when they're doing it. At 40, kind of surprises me that it's this low, really, because it was a single, it was, but hey, we'll see. 39, going back to After Laughter, Forgiveness, okay, yeah, not one of my favorite. It said if Paramore and Haim had a child, it would be this song. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm just not fond of Forgiveness that much, so we'll just move on. At 38, Adore. It says it's a quintessential love song. It's the slow dance at the emo prom. So I don't know. I probably wouldn't enjoy it, but I would also surprise myself if I did. Or wouldn't surprise myself if I did. So it's got to be ranked this high for a reason if Loudwire likes this slow, quintessential love song. Because this is mostly hard rock and heavy metal, but we'll see. We'll see what 37 has to bring. And it's the self-titled again. The deluxe edition, Escape Route. Yeah. I mean, yeah, not really much to remember, but I do like this song off of the deluxe edition of the self-titled. So, yeah, decent pick here, probably right where it should be. Then we have Brand New Eyes coming in at 36, Brick by Boring Brick. Hold on a sec, I thought I misread that. 36? This is one of their most iconic songs ever, and another great vocal performance by Hayley Williams. This would be like number 12. This would be in my top 15 for sure. And it's at 36 here. I don't know. Maybe it's the buzz in the song that really turned Loudwire off. I don't know, but hey, it's fucking catchy as hell. It's a great song with a great music video. 35, we have the Singles Club EP, Hello Cold World. Yeah, okay, sure. Not much to comment on it. At 34, we have Franklin by All We Know Is Falling. I do remember that one. That is a song about their where she was from. Or born, which was Franklin, or no, she moved to Franklin, Tennessee, so that's what that song is about, so it's probably really personal to her. I wouldn't have it ranked this high, but, you know, differing opinions. Ignorance? Wait, at 33? This is my favorite Paramore song of all time. What is this doing at 33? This should be easily just in the top 3. Like I said, it's my favorite Paramore song of all time. So I don't know why it's this low, but Jesus, I mean, if you, like I said, if you want to talk great instruments or great instrument work and great vocal work for Paramore, this is it. This was the lead-off single to Brand New Eyes that turned a new chapter, and I think it did its job. I mean, granted, 33 on this list is pretty good, but I wouldn't have it in the 30s. I'd have it in the 1, 2, or 3. God. And then we get to the self-titled at 32 with Ankle-Biters. Okay, I do agree. I do agree with this one. Ankle-Biters is a short, like, 2.5-minute track that, like, takes you back to kind of, like, their more pop-punkier days with, like, a sparkly thing on it. It's a really underrated song, is what I gotta say, and it was made a single. It does have a music video to it. So yeah, I agree with where this is. I wouldn't probably rank it out of the top 30, but you know, it definitely deserves more love than it gets. So there we go. After seeing Ignorance at 33, seeing Ankle-Biters at 32, which I would never put it ahead of Ignorance, but it's, you know, it's once again, I think like some of the other songs right where it should be at 32. At 31, let me take a guess here. Oh, Brand New Eyes. What haven't we got to? Would it be All I Wanted? Oh no, Turn It Off. Okay. Once again, I think this is where I'd have it, but I do like this song. It is one that I'm surprised never was made a single, because it was definitely one that the fans loved to hear live. I remember around this tour time, and even during the self-titled era tour stuff, they would play this song a lot live. So, yeah, I'm not mad at where this is. I see Riot at 30, and it's Hallelujah. Yeah, okay. I'd rank it higher, but, you know, not a bad song. At 29, with Miracle. I wouldn't rank Miracle ahead of Hallelujah. That's just my personal opinion. So, At 28, we have Last Hope of the self-titled. This one's grown on me a lot, to where I think 28 is like the perfect place on it. Like, early on, like had you have asked me like 2013, 2014 how I felt about this song, I probably would have rated it as one of their worst songs, but over the years I realized that it's such a great like stadium anthem song, and I think what really just changed my mind on the track was seeing when they released a live song or live video for this on their YouTube channel, and just seeing the crowd get into it and just all this stuff. It made me go, wow, maybe this song is better than I thought it was, you know. And to this day, it is still one of the more haunting songs that they've made. It's fantastic. At 27, we have When It Rains. Oh, okay. Once again, I don't like this song that much, but I'm surprised When It Rains is up here at 27. I thought it'd be Where We Are Broken is. I mean, it's got a, more of a country twang to it, so it's pretty weird that it's up here. I wouldn't rank it this high, but I definitely would keep it in my top 45, maybe, top 50. So, moving on to 26. Oh, that would have been funny if it was the song 26. No, it's Grudges. This is the song that Hayley Williams and Zach Farr wrote together about, breaking up and then, patching whatever grudges they had for him to come back into the band, as he does get a little bit of a singing part on this song too. So yeah, it's a decent song. One on After Laughter that did grow on me. 25, we have Careful off of Brand New Eyes. Yeah, okay. I thought back then this song used to be my top 15, but now I think 25. I'd probably have it a little lower than 25, like maybe 31 or something. But it's another great kickoff to an album. I think they're one of the few bands that know how to kick off an album right and do it the right way. So 24, I see After Laughter again, and it's Ideal Worship. This is actually one of my favorite ones. So yeah, and it says the verses sound like Williams is in the middle of a panic attack trying to get her piece out before she breaks into tears. Yeah, I do agree. It's got an emotional delivery. You can really feel the pain in Hayley Williams' voice. I thought should have been one of the singles off of After Laughter, but wasn't. But yeah, I like this song too, and it's probably right where it should be. 23, we have Conspiracy on All We Know Is Falling. Once again, having a brain fart. Need to really listen to that album, so I have no comment on this one. 22, Pool by After Laughter. Okay. This was one of the ones that I did like when it, After Laughter first hit. I like the little chimes at the beginning. I think that the vocal work is done well, and it's just so fucking catchy. Once again, I would have really loved them make this a single just to see how creative they would have got with the music video and stuff. But yeah, it's I love this thing. It'll probably be one of my favorites off of this album for a long time. We go to 21, and we have Fast in My Car off of the self-titled. This is one that is in my top 10, but I can't be mad that they have it at 21 because it's higher than I thought it would be. So kudos to Loudwire for proving me wrong. But yeah, I mean, come on, you just from the opening guitars and drums, you just know you're in for a fun ride. You just know you're in. It's a change, but you know you're in for a fun ride. You feel like you're listening to a brand new band. That's why I like this song so much. It does a lot in this short, almost 4-minute runtime. So yeah, they hit it right here. I'd have it in my top 10, but I feel like on anybody else's list, if they haven't ranked this high at 21, then you're winning. Then at 20, we have Pressure off of All We Know Is Falling, their first single ever. I don't like it that much, so we're just going to skip it. I know, I've heard it, but Pressure's not one of my favorites. Then we go back to After Laughter with Hard Times at 19. I did think that this would be the highest rated one off of After Laughter, considering I think it still is, might be. I don't know. This was their first track they released to say, hey, once again, we're this new reinventive band. Things are different. Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's in my top 10 yet, but it'd definitely be in my top 15. But 19, I think, is a little low for it. Little low. So let's just go to 18, where we're back at Brand New Eyes, and All I Wanted, thank you, Jesus. They ranked this one. I was just kind of wondering and waiting where they would put this, and as I kept scrolling down and seeing Brand New Eyes, I got scared. once again, like Riot, they finish off with a bang. I mean, it starts off soft, but then when Hayley Williams gets to that part, All I Wanted Was You. Holy shit. I have this ranked as her best vocal performance of all time, but didn't really get to hear it live because she would be in fear of throwing out her voice, which I don't blame her, but Jesus, I felt like if you played this thing live, people would go crazy. At 17, I See the Pink, and it's After Laughter with, 26, a song that really grew me again. I think when I got to, see them live this past, I think it was last July, for the Tour 5, and they played this song live during their acoustic part of the concert. And seeing Hayley Williams get emotional and actually cry, it's on YouTube. It's when they performed at the Merriweather Post Pavilion in Maryland. They played this song, and just seeing her get emotional really, really showed me that this song has a lot of meaning, not just to her, but to everybody else. And yeah, I have grown to love this acoustic-driven song a lot more since seeing them live. It's really made me appreciate it more for what it was. And right back to After Laughter at 16, Tell Me How. No comment on that one. Anyway, going back to the self-titled at 15, yep, I was waiting for it, and I'm waiting for the other one, Still Into You. I mean, I'm not mad. I like this song. I was just waiting for it. Basically, at the time, it was written for her then boyfriend / almost husband, Chad Gilbert, but they're broken up now, so this is mainly a song for the fans saying, hey, no matter what, we're glad that you're with us, and we'll always be into you just as much as you're always into us. So yeah, this song definitely does a lot for me. At 14, right back to After Laughter and Told You So. I'm surprised they have Told You So ranked over Hard Times, but yeah, sure. I'm not upset with it either. It would make my top 25, probably not 14, but it's got staying power. It does. It really does. Going right back to After Laughter, 13, Caught in the Middle, another song that's grown on me. This was the last single off of this album because the album cycle for After Laughter is done. So yeah, okay. I just like the instrumentals, and the music video is pretty cool too. So 12, we have Riot, probably, it's Let the Flames Begin. How do you not like part 2, but like Let the Flames Begin? And I'm not saying I don't like Let the Flames Begin. I like both those songs, but they're pretty much the same other than somewhat different sounds. So, I mean, sure, but probably wouldn't crank my top 40, that's to say. Now we got Brand New Eyes coming in at number 11. Misguided Ghosts. Okay, yeah, I like this song. Another folky song by them. Just really a guitar and Hayley Williams. Basically it. I'm surprised they have it ranked at 11 this high. But yeah, it's a cool song. It is. I'm proud of them that they were able to put it this high. Number 10, let's see what album we got. The self-titled. Native Tongue. Off of the deluxe edition. That's a stretch. I think it's good, but I don't think it beats anything off of that entire album, except maybe Hate to See Your Heart Break. But yeah, okay, all right, not a terrible decision here. That, like I said, it's a stretch. At least when at least they have non-singles in the top 10. What about number 9 with Brand New Eyes? The only exception, not surprised either. Again, not one of my favorites. To me, it's very repetitive, but sure, yeah, I can see the staying power again in it, but not in my personal top 20. Then at number 8, we have, Emergency off of All We Know Is Falling. Scratch the song All We Know being my favorite off of that album. I think this one is, Emergency. It's cool, it's calm, it's not calm, but yeah, it talks about divorce in a pretty good way, and it says morbid music video. I think it's one of the only music videos of Paramore's that features blood in there, so it's pretty weird, but kind of like an emo anthem thing for people with divorced parents. 7, we have, Crush, Crush, Crush off of Riot. So here it is, which means they have Misery Business ranked the best song off of Riot. We'll see where that's ranked. Yeah, this is my favorite song off of Riot, though. So, yeah, I agree wholeheartedly. This is in my top 10 as well. Number 6, I see Twilight again, which can only mean one thing. Number 6 is DECODE. Yeah, great Hayley Williams vocal performance. Again, a darker twist on the band. The music video is fantastic. The movie overall, not so much, but the song and the music video for this in particular is definitely good. Not in my top 10 either, but it's staying power. Then we have, oh, here it is. I think this is it. Off of the self-titled number 5. Yep, there it is. Ain't It Fun? I knew it. It had to be in the top 5. The album that has them with a Grammy. But once again, I'm not upset because it's in my top 10 too. But I mean, come on, you can't just take the obvious choices. If you want to be different from everybody else, throw something weird like you did Native Tongue in the top 10. But hey, I mean, I can't argue with this, and I can't get upset at it. They're right. They're right. Come on, who isn't? Who doesn't like this song? Number 4. Oh, Fake Happy. Wait a minute, which means they have... I'll get to it later. Rose Colored Boy is in the top 3 somewhere. We'll see where they have it ranked. That's going to be interesting. Number 3, Misery Business. Wow, that's not their number 1? Wait a second, there's one song they haven't done. Oh God, what is it? Oh God, I'm drawing a blank. That's What You Get is in the top 2? So either Rose Colored Boy or That's What You Get is number 1. Rose Colored Boy is number 2. Which, alright, yeah, this is probably like a top 5 of mine, but then we can scroll down to number 1, which is That What You Get. Why is that beat out everything else you put on this list? This isn't even the best off of Riot, and you're saying it's the best ever? Oh, once again, I'm not calling it terrible, but why is this one number 1? Out of all the songs you could have chose to be number 1. If you put Ain't It Fun at number 1, I wouldn't have even been mad. But you put That's What You Get, and especially over Rose Colored Boy, which, by the way, is the best song off of After Laughter, fight me, but, yeah, I'm upset now. This list went from, oh, okay, to just, That's What You Get at number 1. No, Loudwire, you got some things correct, but you got a lot of things wrong, too. Kudos, because I don't think this is anybody else's number 1 on their list, but God, you could have picked a better song to be number 1. You could have picked a better fucking song other than this one. Anyway, that does it for me. Tell me in the comments below, what songs did you disagree with? What songs would you have ranked in your top 10 for Paramore? Would you have That's What You Get at number 1? Probably not. But we'll see. It would be interesting to see your opinions and your thoughts. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. Please remember to like and subscribe. If you're on Facebook, share. And I will catch you guys next time.